So as Pride Month continues, we have even more brutal news coming out about Target. Last time their stock got downgraded initially because of their loss in stock price, and now Target's stock has been downgraded yet again, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, it's not just the first time, it is a second time. Target stock has been downgraded twice in just a couple of weeks. Twice! That is insane to me, how much Target is actually being hit by this potential boycott that they're facing. So we're going to get into this article, guys, but of course, before we do, just consider giving this video a like to push us out into the YouTube algorithm, and consider subscribing because we're on our way to 24,000 subscribers. It says the debt ceiling agreement and student loan repayments to impact discretionary spending. Target was hit with another downgrade as the stock sits near a 3-year low after having lost over $12.4 billion in lost market value stemming from their Pride merchandise controversy. And according to this, which is a live feed, by the way, this is a live feed over here in the middle. If you guys can see the picture, it is down another $2.94 at the time of this article. Thus, it's down another 2.21%. This thing is dropping unbelievably fast. Somebody tried to raise the stock price before, and it bumped up by about $1 or $2, but now it's down $3 from that moment. So people are really trying to quell the storm, and it's just not working. It says KeyBank Capital Markets on Monday cut the retailer shares to sector weight from overweight as the resumption of student loan payments stipulated by Congress' debt ceiling agreement poses a sizable headwind for discretionary spending for shoppers, which is elevated discretionary sales mix and younger college-educated core consumer demographic. Last week, JP Morgan also downgraded the stock, with analysts citing the possibility of a decline in sales due to consumers pulling back spending amid persistent inflation. Meanwhile, student loan repayments are scheduled to resume later this year under the terms of the deal to raise the debt limit. That pause in student loan repayments will end by August 30th. Now, the funny thing to me is that they tried to make the excuse for Target stock going down, right? They tried to make the excuse that, oh, people are just wanting to not spend as much, right? Meanwhile, all their competitors, for the most part, that aren't going woke, are experiencing an uptick in their own personal stock. Like Walmart, for example, has seen a nice uptick in their stock. So again, it is not about, oh, people don't want to spend their money. It's the same excuse they used in movie theaters when it came to terrible films getting woke and trying to push that ideology. And when they went broke, all of a sudden they want to say, well, people are just scared to go to the movies. Nobody wants to go to the movies anymore. The pandemic scared them. And then you had movies like Top Gun Maverick come out, completely destroy the narrative. Spider-Man No Way Home, completely destroy the narrative. It's not about that. It's about people knowing what to spend their money on and where to spend their money. And they are getting more educated as time goes on because the culture wars are spilling over to the normies. That's the thing. Like, the normies were not involved in this stuff. Only us YouTubers and people who watch us and basically in that little crowd were aware of what was going on. But now it's starting to spill over to the normies. And once they figure it out, once they finally wake the fuck up, then you really got a problem on your hands. It says shares have fallen over 20% during the quarter as the retailer deals with the fallout from its Pride merchandising marketing campaign, which offered items that include female, not female style, female swimsuits that have the option to tuck dicks and balls. Other products were labeled as thoughtfully fit on multiple body types and gender expressions, a gender-fluid mug, and a variety of adult clothing with slogans such as super queer, among other items. You guys are very familiar with this stuff. If you haven't seen my videos prior and it's the first time you're on my channel, of course, this is the product that basically sparked the controversy and made everybody lose their shit, coupled with the fact that they were merchandising Pride stuff to kids, and that's what essentially created the firestorm. As Fox News Digital first reported, the retailer was forced to remove and relocate some items due to employee safety, aka their public image. It has nothing to do with employee safety. This entire thing has never been about employee safety. I don't think Target has ever cared about their employee safety, and that's pretty much relevant considering what happened during the riots in 2020. They never cared. They never will care. It's all about public image, and if you have to fall for their public image to look good, then they damn sure will do so, as they made apparent during the whole riots in 2020. They made that very apparent that your safety meant nothing as long as they were able to virtue signal and say Black Lives Matter. That's essentially what the truth is. So for more than a decade, Target has offered an assortment of products aimed at celebrating Pride Month, while you didn't do trans stuff before. So now welcome to the Thunderdome. The spokesperson told Fox News Digital, since introducing this year's collection, we've experienced threats impacting our team members' sense of safety and well-being while at work. Given those volatile circumstances, we are making adjustments to our plans, including removing items that have been at the center of the most significant confrontational behavior, the statement continued. Our focus now is on moving forward with our continuing commitment to to the LGBTQIA plus community and standing with them as we celebrate Pride Month and throughout the year. Now, this particular statement, I've been bringing a lot of eyes to this. The fact that all of these corporations are changing up their statements now. Before, it used to be we're celebrating LGBTQIA throughout the entire month of June, Pride Month, right? Now they're saying we're celebrating throughout the entire Pride Month and throughout the year. They want this to be an entire year thing. They want you to kneel to the LGBTQ community for the entire year, ladies and gentlemen. They don't want to make this into something that's just 30 days. They don't want just 30 days. They want this all year around. They want to normalize it. That's what they want. They want to normalize mental illness. That's all it's about, people. Now, don't get me wrong. When I say normalizing mental illness, I'm talking about the activist portion of this community. I like to separate them because I truly believe that there are people, and I know this for a fact because I know people that are very much very normal and very nice people within the LGBTQ community, but unfortunately, their activist version of their community, their public spoke version of their community, they are very much psychopaths. They are very much people that want you to bend the knee. They want you to submit to them. They want you to celebrate them every single day of the year. They don't want you to have any moment of silence or solace, because at the end of the day, it's not about equality. It's about submission. It's about total dominance. It's about having their names out there, because these are people who are lacking attention, right? They don't have attention throughout their normal daily lives. So they got to go out there and seek it. They got to go out there and get it any way they can. And they finally figured out that the way they could get it is by utilizing corporations to bend to their will, utilizing corporations to essentially be scared to not pander to the LGBTQ community. That's how this whole virtue signaling thing started. That's how all of this started. So now we're kind of stuck with this, unfortunately, and now people are starting to fight back. And again, I've said it before and I'll say it again, the normies are the ones that are fighting against this. The normies are the ones that are finally waking up and realizing that this shit is going down. And the entire reason this is happening is because they realize that their kids are being targeted. Their kids are being targeted, ladies and gentlemen. You cannot tell me they're not being targeted, because at the end of the day, when you cannot reproduce, the only thing you could do is recruit, right? So LGBTQ people cannot reproduce, right? The only way they can do that is by recruiting. So how are they going to increase their army? How are they going to increase their cause? They have to recruit. They have to recruit aggressively, because they cannot reproduce aggressively. So they're going to recruit, and they're going to go after the young ones, the people who don't know any better, the people who are easily indoctrinated, the people who are told something and they believe it because they can't believe that an adult will lie to them. They have no idea that that's even possible yet. So again, ladies and gentlemen, be careful with who's teaching your kids. Be careful with what's being taught in your schools. Be out there, be your voice, let it be heard, and let's continue to dominate this Pride Month. So anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you did enjoy it, and if you did, consider leaving me a subscribe. I would greatly appreciate it. Don't forget to like the video, comment, let me know what you thought, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Hypnotic out.